Hello, I'm Chris Alling, the founding executive director of Authority Health, a public body corporate responsible for strengthening the healthcare safety net and improving population health in Detroit and Wayne County. We can see a culture of health emerging in Detroit. To help tell our story, here are some examples of why we believe Detroit is adopting a culture of health.
Over the last 10 years or so, there's been a real accumulation of gardens and farms in the city. There were a number of us that had a vision for a food sovereign city, where the majority of fruits and vegetables that Detroiters consume are grown here in the city of Detroit. We wanted to create an organization that was a perfect match for that and could help the city and all of its gardeners grow into kind of the next version of ourselves that was a more healthy and resilient and food secure city. The Garden Research Program, which is a program of Keep Growing Detroit, supports a network of 1,400 gardens and farms across the city of Detroit. That's inclusive of family gardens, school gardens, community gardens, and market gardens. And it engages between 15,000 and 20,000 Detroiters in that work every single year. So those folks all across the city are growing about 200 tons annually of fruits and vegetables, the vast majority of which is being consumed at the household and kind of community levels. But then there's a small portion of it, about 10%, that goes into neighborhood farmers markets and to local restaurants. And that is sold through our other program called Grown in Detroit. It's about 80 growers that kind of bring their product together and sell together under the banner of Grown in Detroit. And 100% of the proceeds from all produce sales from that program goes back to the growers. So that's creating an economic opportunity for Detroiters in a place that before there wasn't one.
My name is Jason Hall. I'm the co-founder of Slow Roll Detroit and president of Detroit Bike City, Inc. We started Slow Roll Detroit about 5 years ago in order to show people that Detroit was a place that you could live, and we really wanted to use this as a vehicle to repopulate the city. When we started hanging out, we were kind of falling out of love with the city ourselves. We used the bike to bring a positive energy back to ourselves. So we wanted to show people that getting out of your car and getting out into your environment made you a more positive person and made you have a more positive outlook on life. The health benefits to this are simple. I mean, a lot of people come on this ride and they say, wow, 10 to 12 miles seems like a long way to go. But when people come out and they forget that they're riding 10, 12 miles and putting an hour and a half in, and that they're getting their body moving, it's a change. They start to understand that it's not so much about the physical activity that you're exerting, but it's about actually just enjoying yourself outside in the environment and getting to know the people around you, and you'll get to get the physical benefits from that as well. When we started Slow Roll, there was only 3 of us, and we had no intent on it being this massive ride or what it is now today. But as you see, the true power of Detroit is people get behind something like this. And we started out with 3 people, and now you can look and we have 3,000 people on average a week. It really shows the power of community and social movement.